known for taking the football away. Something's got to give tonight. And you give the handoff off the left side. And it's Herbig. The Hawaiian moves all over the place and tries to disrupt quarterbacks. They get into the edge, and that's a quick catch by Marvin Harrison.
Corner here, CJ Stroud feels the freshman corner kind of sinking in. He lost leverage there on the taller receiver.
Henderson motions out, empty backfield on this first down play. Stroud across the middle, throws a dart, and it's Cade Stover.
The seams right through here, right through the middle of this defense. So they're going to play zone. You got to make this throw and throw it on a line in between those backers. And Wisconsin actually recruited him very heavily.
43 yards in the first two pass plays, and now they hand it off to Henderson, who's got a seam, and he's knocked down. Stover going across in motion to the right now. Stroud looking across the middle, and he flips it down, and the catch is made by Egbuka, who fights toward the pylon and is forced.
In front of the safeties, he gets pressure. Look at the linebackers. They're looking for crossers. They're not thinking about the vertical shots downfield and the seams. Second time now.
Miyan Williams, big physical back, gets the football and fights through some.
Thursday, you're Ryan Day, your offensive staff. That's how you draw up your opening drive. There's a little bit of penetration, gives you an idea. That leg drive by Miyan Williams, he definitely gets across.
Now, meanwhile, Stroud a chance to build this lead from the 16. Henderson picks his way and is knocked down after.
They got to try to hold Ohio State to a field goal.
Stroud rolls to his left and now throws back to a right, and wide open is Stover, who somersaults. The guys in all black are doing that so far.
You get a motion here, and that's important pre-snap, because watch what it does to the Badger defense. Now they lose sight of Stover, completely lose him. Nobody picks him up. He sneaks out, but a great job of developing and designing that.
Ways away.
Yeah, that's pretty good, 102.
But we're close enough to know that Ohio State looks really good on offense so far. They pitch it to the edge, and the catch is made by Egbuka. Gets a blocker, spins through some tackles.
Boston, Ohio State with an easy throw there. Torchio, the safety, does not come over. He's a little bit slow, and easy decision there.
Now it's Harrison who makes the catch. Stroud 7. It's 7 on 8 or 9, just to make things tougher for Stroud. I asked Ryan Day, did you ask him? It's also a place where 5-star receivers like to come. Stroud gets the ball out again, complete to Stover, and he barrels for. Handed off on the left side. Henderson breaks the tackle and darts down near the 10-yard.
This offensive line really doing a good job here, and I think the timing between Henderson, he kind of sets those blocks up, stays on his tracks, shows the patience to allow them to work that double team. Yeah.
Henderson weaves his way through traffic, accelerates, and
execution. You're going to look forward, if you're an Ohio State player, to go into the film room. Look at the blocking. Look at the running lanes here. I mean, the big right tackle, Dawand Jones.
Down there. First and goal. And Stroud still got it, and he just flips it into the end zone.
You think they're looking at his formation, they're going to run the ball. Instead, they have Stover. He's going to work out to the flat. Watch that defense react, and now you got two guys. They're worried he's going to run it in. Both try to take. Scores big day around the country.
Yeah. Stroud incomplete.
Those eyes and that experience, and Ryan Day.
At the left side, this is Williams is knocked down.
Johnson's playing based on how they react. Now they see blitz.
And Stroud on the first third down play of the night finds Harrison on the slip.
Has the chalk last. Oh, you're going to bring this? Oh, you're going to bring this? Okay, I'll have an answer for that. Doesn't panic. Gets the ball out right where that blitz came from. Gets it to a fleet.
3 receivers off to the left. They run that direction with Williams. He gets some blocks and runs untouched momentarily. Stroud with pressure off the edge, just steps around it, fires down the middle, and a rare
running routes.
You do a lot of things with that watch. And they hand it off, and Williams powers left. This will set.
Going to stay and protect.
Williams running to the right. They hit him behind the line. He just spins free. Miyan Williams barrels down inside the 5.
Linebacker, a new starter. He just gets indoctrinated into the Big Ten right there. Lowers that shoulder and runs through that potential tackle. Would have kept him short of the first down. But my God.
Eighth play of this drive. A couple of tight ends in the game. Handoff and just whoa.
Down block. You get a couple pulling from the backside. Really nobody to block there for Paris Johnson.
What do you tell your guys? What can you do? Try to begin to make it a little challenging for Ohio State. They begin.
Speaking, you look at points per game and third down defense, they've been incredible.
Williams has a huge hole. It's more like a lane anyway.
Yeah, it really is. Watch the blocks here by the right side. Climb here, kick out block here, and it just opens up. Dawand Jones at right tackle, really good job. Matthew Jones the right guard, and there's just no one.
Stroud launches over the middle and going up and making the. Badgers show some late pressure, and it's a handoff middle to Williams, who spins and fights through.
Jim Leonard might move a little bit more after that.
3rd and 3. They move it pretty quickly. Pitch it to Williams, who
an adjustment.
And they will hand it off, and Williams bounces it. First down, and a lot more for the
college football, where play callers are involved, almost like they're playing quarterback themselves. He saw the look. Remember, he's studied all week for this opponent, these looks, certain situations, and he knows what he sees is going to work.
BI singles. It's Henderson back in the game. He has home run ability, and he quickly darts from. Fun for opposing tacklers, that's for sure. Henderson wrestled down a yard short. He
got the game.
Rossi in the backfield, and they hand it off to the fullback slant.
Half a football at the line of scrimmage.
Stroud across the middle, and it's high off the hand. Henderson picks his way up. You talked about the offensive line. On 3rd and 5, Henderson will be stopped short, so it'll be here 90 yards from the end zone. They'll just hand it off to Henderson.
I still think they, for the sake of working for these kind of moments in games, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan Day thinking about a field goal.
They'll wind the clock after the change is set, and there's a short throw catch made. Stroud has been incredibly accurate and efficient on throws downfield. This one looped over the head and almost intercepted. Wants to see a sharp start to the 3rd quarter from this offense, and Stroud comes out throwing.
He is their best pass rusher, but instead he doesn't bring the pressure. He shows pressure and then drops right into the lane and almost.
School that produced Mariota, Tuatameloa, many others. Stroud has protection and delivers a dart.
At this cushion to be able to work to the outside. If that flat defender would sink, he'd throw that ball underneath, but he's manned up, so then he gets off of that read.
There.
Sure did.
Henderson.
Keep talking about him. We want to give them their love. Wypler gets up there. Good push out block by the right guard. Jones. Look at that. There's the vision. And 9 yards of carry.
Off play action. Stroud will look to the sidelines. Harrison hit. Henderson motions out. 2-by-2 look. Empty backfield. CJ looks to get ball out quickly and throws it down to Fleming, who makes the man miss. Julian Fleming still running, galloping down.
And allows him to be able to throw it underneath. Look at this right here. This is a receiver that was the #1 ranked high school receiver when he came in. He's had some injuries the last couple years. Yeah, all these receivers bring something a little bit different to the table.
Henderson, workman-like run.
Incredibly talented and gifted.
Henderson is going to run through a tackle.
I think the watch left.
Or maybe that was the plan.
Watch his history.
Slant and touchdown, Julian Fleming.
You're just happy to see Fleming get his touches now that he's healthy. He's going to work from the outside and come underneath. Stroud feels a little pressure, steps up into the pocket, and then makes that throw. It's like, again, when he throws the ball, it's like a defensive line, you thought they'd apply more pressure.
Stroud rolls out off the play action, extends the play, and just fires it into the dirt. And
points so far tonight. I am on a championship level right now myself.
Working from sideline to sideline, that'll do it.
Make sure you recover. You want a championship.
to Sunday.
Get you a ring.
I would lose. I would fail.
13. Badgers do bring 4. Stroud has time. beginning to
see these seam routes that they were able to hit earlier. See that safety drop down into the middle? Got a linebacker there that's able to.
Quarterbacks in the National Football League. Henderson picks his way into the show.
He went with He brought Smokey up on the set, the whole thing.
All right. You got a W on the pick then. Stroud delivers on the sidelines, and Fleming's wide open. And
watch the corner out here bail. I don't know where he's expecting Fleming to go, but he's almost to the goal line. I don't know if that's a miscommunication of some.
Slant.
Watch Stroud here. I mean, he's going to recognize right here to the top. You're going to see this safety, and he realizes that he's got a good eye and a good feel. He breaks on it, but I think it would. Ohio State still with their first unit in.
Henderson takes the handoff, makes a cut. TreVeyon Henderson sidesteps another tackler. I find other things far more delicious over there. Just regular sushi. Oh my goodness. Comes the late pressure. Stroud delivers over the middle and lofts it for
Johnson. Is able to, just as he releases the ball, he's able to get right there, so he couldn't quite step into it.
Ex-Buckeye receiver himself, of course, who played in the NFL. Running back room not bad either.
And then you know the pipeline at quarterback too. Stroud, you got Dylan Raiola coming in.
Stroud shows some elusiveness, gets away and chucks it downfield.
It's not very often that you see him. Watch him at the bottom. What I love to see is Marvin Harrison initially comes back to the ball, and then he sees that his quarterback's in trouble, and then he decides to work downfield. So.
Look at a throw across the middle. It's a dart. Egbuka dives.
Ups is down, and then you can hit the glance route right behind it. Feels that safety, gets down into the action to stop the run, and that's the balance. What are you going to do as a safety? You criticizing him. A lot of turnovers that cost Nebraska. Playing pretty well for Kansas State. Their quarterback room is stacked, especially by today's standards.
This is the young freshman Dallin Hayden. He's got 121. So 200-yard rushers and a 530 yards. That's a big number running after the catch. Hayden.
It is a game. You always look at that game when Ohio State travels to State College. And then, of course, Michigan at the end of the year. Iowa just doesn't, but they have to come to Columbus, and after last year's game, a lot of people excited to see that game.
Hayden again, knocked down from behind. We're just going to throw stuff against the wall on the bus after the game. That's how there's some algorithms involved, and I promise you. You know, the big gainers from
like what happened?
They went into the computer went into panic mode after opening night. Have you seen him lately? Listen, hit somebody, throw him in a seam route.
That's it.
Look at him maul people.
Maul
people. That was a